not everyone heard it. So sorry, I really do have to catch my breath. Just a second. Okay. Well, welcome everybody to this is team training, and myself along with fellow managing director Melly, we are going to host this for you, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun. What these are team training hours. And when we decided to host this new series, we originally, like I mentioned, we were just going to host it for our downline, and then we decided, you know what, we got to offer this training to our entire super patch family. And so that's what we've decided to do. And so all of what we're going to be teaching you here, along with other leaders along the way, we're going to be adding a lot of value to your guys' day. And we really hope that you'll plug in and be 100% with us here. So if you don't know us already, welcome. We're really happy that you're here. These calls will happen every Wednesday at 12 noon Central, 7 p.m. Central European time. And during these power hours, we'll touch base on everything we need to succeed in our businesses here. But before we begin, we have to do some housekeeping rules. Before we begin, we have to talk a little bit here. So I'm really eager to get us started. And so if you'll just give us your undivided attention and respect, and just turn on your cameras, there's a lot of information that we're going to be teaching you. And the information we're going to be teaching you is brought to you by years of valuable experience, lessons learned by your leaders, training and coaching along the way that have been purchased by many of your leaders from courses over years. And we're going to teach those things to you in this series. And the knowledge you're going to gain by participating in these trainings are going to help you grow your business. And honestly, you guys would normally have to pay for some of this training. So I say that to remind you, because getting into these sessions, they're free of charge, and they're really out of the kindness of our hearts, because we want to see you win too. Okay. And so because we're offering these amazing trainings for free, we have a few things we'd like to go over with you first. And so the first thing is show up. We want you to show up weekly. This is not a one and done training. You need to focus, or what we're going to be doing is focusing on different topics every week. And so you can't just show up to one and assume that you've got all the training that you need. Okay. And when you show up, your team's going to show up. And at least the ones that are wanting to grow. And so make sure you're inviting your downline, send reminders every week, tag them in the post that we've put up there. And just remember that success, it's not something that we do sometimes. It's something that we have to consistently put daily effort into. And so we're asking you to really plug in. And so now Melly has up on our screen our code of honor. And this is something that we take very seriously. The code of honor is a commitment to yourself, to your team, to your business, to us, that you're all in. Okay. And so let me explain this a little bit. This Zoom, these trainings, these are our gift to you. And what we want you to do is take it as seriously as we do. Knowing the amount of work and effort and the time that we put into providing this free resource is imperative. It's imperative that everyone pays attention, and that we have some rules and a code of conduct, or code of honor, excuse me. And so please don't misunderstand this. The code of honor is not meant to be, punishable. We're not trying to punish you. It's meant to help you commit and adapt to our values. Okay, so let's go over what the code of honor is together. And Melly is screen sharing, so hopefully you can see that. If you can't, go ahead and swipe over so you can see it. So the code of honor, well, energy. Energy wins. It always wins. So sit up straight, get your body moving, give it 100%, not 98%, not 99%. 100% from the first minute we start all the way through, because energy will always win. Make sure that you're having fun, because fun and joy are an extremely important factor when you're doing anything that, takes a lot of your time. And if you're building a business here, we know that they can take some of your time. So during these Zooms, you can expect a lot of partying. You can expect a lot of confetti, good times, good vibes, and you're going to be responsible. And we just ask that you're responsible for the right mindset. Make sure your energy is 100%. And when you do that, when you're 100% in your energy, you will be able to learn with joy, meaning you're going to appreciate what's coming to you. You're going to show up 100%. You're not going to be distracted. You're going to be eager to learn. You're going to be willing to learn, and you're going to enjoy doing that. You're going to appreciate all of that that's coming to you. And then, of course, we are a community. Our numbers are rising daily. And so we want to make sure that we're supporting each other. We're networking with each other, and we're using this group, this time, to grow. And then, of course, don't leave anything out. Because what you do now, what you put into now, what you put into one thing is what you put into everything, right? And then, of course, respect. Let's talk a little bit about respect. We want you to treat everyone equally. So towards us, respect yourself, respect us, respect your performance, respect your community. We invest a lot of time into teaching and planning what we're doing here. You know, in addition to just an hour a week of what we're doing on this Zoom, there comes preparation time, there comes, you know, collaboration meetings, so on and so forth. So just give this time your full attention. Make sure you attend all the trainings you can or catch up when you can. Make sure that, you know, when you're here, you come a few minutes early and you're ready to move around and you're ready to accept the energy we're going to dump onto you. Okay. And then, of course, be polite to others, ask questions. And it's always good to have a pen and paper for notes. And then, of course, make sure that you're writing down notes and questions you can talk to your sponsor or your leader about later. Okay. And then the most important part, and some of you are probably looking at the screen going, what is that word? We're going to say it. Brace yourselves. No bullshit. None. Zip, zilch, nada, none. Okay. And the reason we're saying that is because there's no more excuses. We're going to do every exercise. We're going to stop making excuses for ourselves, for our business, for our team, for why we're not doing things, for why we don't show up. We're simply going to follow the trainings series step by step. Okay. We're going to implement everything we can, and your results are going to be amazing. Okay. So at the end of the series, we have no doubt that you're going to feel 100% capable, and you're going to see that it's 100% possible for you to succeed here. So with all that being said, and before we get into an incredible training with you today, I need you guys to commit with me. So that's another reason I need to see those screens on. Can I see a raise of hands? Can you commit to this code of honor? Are you willing to take this ride with us? Yes? I'm seeing some hands. I'm not seeing all hands. That's a little scary. I'm seeing some hands. There we go. All right, perfect. That's great. So now give yourself a high five. All right, this is Melly's notes now. Give yourself a high five. Give them. There we go. Put that energy, get your mind in the right energy. Put on your best smile. Let's see your beautiful faces, handsome faces, right? And we're going to put this code of honor to effect for yourselves. So in order to do this, and the first thing we're going to ask you to do, so make sure you're taking notes, is that you are going to download or save a copy of the PDF or the picture, and we'll have that posted in chats and in groups, especially Miracle Workers group. You'll be able to see that. So you'll be able to save that. Now we want you to sign it, and we're going to have a post up in Miracle Workers and in the groups. We're going to have a post that you're going to post in the comments your signed code of honor. And the reason that you're going to do that is because that's showing yourself, that's showing us, that's showing our whole community that you're committed to putting in everything you've got to learning what we have to teach you in this series. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to stop talking. I had to be the bad guy today, give you all the lay the law. Okay. And now we're going to get into training and something a little bit more uplifting and fun. Melly is going to come on here, my dear friend, my business partner. I love you so much, Melly. She's going to come on and she's going to share with you our declaration. So I hope that you guys are all ready to do so. Get those cameras on. We want to see your faces. Go ahead, Melly.
So thank you. And I found the mistake when I share my screen and I want to play music. I have to click on two. Yeah. And as I tested it today, I think about and I did it. And even I was so nervous because I saw so many people, so much people I don't know, you know what's right. And I forgot to press the button. So we will dance next week. And before we go to our first theme today, I will share my screen again because we will look to the mindset the next weeks. We have a lot of great skills and strategy. Yeah, and mindset is very important, and we have to go there every week. So I want you to read with me, unmute yourself. It will be very funny now. This declaration, we will do it every week to get a positive mindset. I hope everybody can see the screen, can see the declaration. I think it works. So 3, 2, 1. I am a world-class
leader.
I speak from
I
the heart,
speak my heart
with
with
conviction,
confidence.
I motivate people and lead them into
motivate,
stars.
provide
I provide
exceptional
exceptional value, helpful, I have
provide
ability to
abilities,
I help people.
Responsibility.
do not let
I'm in a better place.
you I don't
Tell me
Take
what to do.
responsibility.
I
Don't
take
just
command.
talk, I take action.
At a place.
What I have to say is important.
I'm
ready to
My
give
time has
ready to
come.
give this.
Yes.
Don't
You're
just
ready to
I
give
have to give
everything.
I take
everything.
Oh,
action.
yeah.
What I have to say is important. My time has come. I'm so slow. I'm ready to give everything. Oh, yes. So this is very important, and we will do it every week. I will put this declaration also in the Miracle Worker groups, so everybody can read it every day for a good mindset. So we have one very important point today. It's a lot of people love it, a lot of hate it, the contact list. I think it's a very important thing, and without having a contact list, you cannot do your business very well. So I have 4 or 5 points today for you. What's very important. The first thing is that you write everybody, every contact you have. You can go in your mobile, in your handy, and you can have a look how many contacts you have. And all of them you have to write in your contact list. This is very important to get an overview. Because if you don't do it, you will lose contacts, you will forget contacts to contact, yeah? So, and then I want you, I don't know, over the ocean, if you do the same, then we here in Europe, or especially in Germany, I don't know if people in Denmark do this also, or things like that, as we were childs, little childs in the school, the first years. Everyone had a friend book. A book where you signed up your friends. You give the book to your friend. He wrote his name, his birthday, his hobbies, his favorite colors, perhaps his favorite song. Some made these books with pictures. It was a very lovely thing. And so we knew everything about our friends, also the name of the puppy, everything. So like this, your contact list has to be not only the name and the phone number, write the birthday, perhaps write where you met him or her, and take notes about every contact you have, about every call, also the little things you spoke about. So you will be great prepared for the following calls. Write notes also when you have appointments, when you invite him or her to the opportunity Zoom, everything. Okay? The next thing, start with your 15 superstars. Mark Jackson, I saw he's also here today. He called them influencer. We call them superstars today. And try, if you are new or if you have new associates in your downline, try to get over these 15 superstars in the first 1-2 weeks. This is very important. Think about the fast start bonus. You have 30 days time. And if you start with the 15 top people, you have a great start in your business. The next thing, invite or contact only those people you really like. Think about those people you want to celebrate your birthday with them. You would be happy if they come to your birthday party. You would be happy to introduce them to your family. These people you can contact, because you have to think about it. You don't contact them for 1, 2, 3 times. You have to work with them very nearby the next months, years, in a good case. So only take these guys you really like, who give you a great energy and not which take it down. Yeah. So, and last but not least, let your contact list, keep your contact list alive. What do I mean? Go and find every day for you who wants to have a great business, 2 contacts every day, 2 new contacts every day on your contact list. You can find them on social media. You can find them everywhere where you find people. If you go out, if you go to the supermarket, if you go to the cinema, in the restaurant, school with your kids, everywhere you meet people. Also, if you go out for a walk with your dog, you can meet people. And now I want you to say, go other ways. If you go every evening on the right with your dog, perhaps today you go on the left. Because perhaps you meet new people, not the same you meet every evening. Also with the supermarket, try a new supermarket. Or don't go to your favorite restaurant you go every week. Take a new restaurant in the neighborhood and meet new people. Yeah, that's all for today for the contact list. We will go deeper there next week. We will show you how to contact, which different possibilities you have and which steps you have to take in a contact. And I have a challenge for you till next week, to train. Yeah, I don't know in English how to say. The challenge is go out every day and make at least 2 compliments to people. If you are new in this business and you are not very well with contacting people, of course, you can start with people you know, like ones in your family or your friend or people on work, yeah, at work. It doesn't matter. But only the first 3 or 4 days. Then it would be very great if you go out in the supermarket, everywhere, anywhere, and you speak to strangers and make a compliment. And this is a challenge for the next 7 days. I wish you a lot of fun. And yeah, Krystle, I'm ready.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Thank you, Melly. So for the point behind this is we're trying to take you guys step by step through things that will help you build your business. So for some of you, this might seem something that you already know. And for others of you, you may go, oh, I should have started with my warm contact list. So the purpose of getting into your contact list or the people that you know, she spoke of, Mark Jackson talked about making a list of 100 people and so on. The purpose of that is to figure out the people you know in your warm network that you can start talking to, the people you know you'd like to do business with, the people you know you'd like to go to events with, or you'd like to, reach out to other people with and all of those things. So I think that, Melly, you touched on a lot of great points here on teaching people, how to get into their contacts and what to do in the first few days. The key here is to not overwhelm yourself, but to make sure that you're actually reaching out to these people and you're doing a little reflection on, who do I want in my circle? Are these people someone, it's good to do a cleanse, so to speak. Carrie, for a long time here, we've been doing contact bingo. And so through that notion, through you guys doing those practices, if you were, you should already be pretty versed in what we're talking about. But our goal with these team trainings is to speak to everyone. That means the person that just signed up this morning to the person that's been here for 2 years. And so bear with us as we teach you little techniques and then greater techniques as we go along that are going to help you guys advance and grow in your business. But again, the biggest thing is to reach out to the people that are in your warm network. Make sure you're reaching out to the people you want to do business with, and make sure you know what you're talking to them about. make sure you have key points. So if you take notes and you're reaching out to them, you're able to say, hey, well, happy birthday, Carrie, I saw it's your birthday. Or, hey, last time we spoke, we were at a baseball game and we were talking about this, just different little techniques that we've gone along the way. Melly, I did not have a friend book here in the US or over the oceans, like you said. We had yearbooks.
Really
Where we
not?
signed up.
You didn't have books like that? It's so a
we
great
I
thing.
didn't. No, but I
Oh.
think it would be great to get to know people and I think at a young age that's really awesome because you can teach people how to actually care and pay, know about other people. So I really love that you picked this topic to talk about today. I know that you have a lot more that you want to put into this. And I will say this, Melly touched on, in a year, in a little while, after practicing this for a little while, you may find it's easier to talk to other people. And I will tell you that it is much easier after you practice, especially reaching out to people that are in your warm network. Now, she didn't tell you reach out to these people and send them a bunch of spammy messages saying, hey, you should join my super patch team. She just said, these are people that you need to contact and figure out within that group, who's going to support you, who do you want to work with, and clean it up a little bit so that, the people in your contact list are people you want to be surrounded by. With that, go ahead.
Let me say something at this point. I forget to explain. I came to Mark Jackson and explained that he called them the influencer, but I forget to explain what are the superstars. What is especially, why can we call someone a superstar? A superstar is anyone in your contact list who had a great big network, a teacher, a coach, a doctor, a nurse. Yeah, these are the superstars. I don't know if you know anyone else. You can write it in the comments. And this is very important. These are our superstars. So thank you, Krystle.
Yeah, definitely. So make sure you have your list, make sure you know who you're contacting. And moving forward, we're going to teach you. The reason that we're starting here is because next week, we knew that this would be our intro. We threw it on everyone yesterday that we would be doing this for the whole community. And so our goal in the next week is that you will know who your superstars are. And then we're going to talk to you about how to reach out to those people. So over the next 7 days, we want you to look through your list. We're not asking you to send mass messages. We want you to look through your list. And when you come back next Wednesday, we want to see you with a list of 15 superstars. Okay. Who are those people that you want to run with? Who has the big network? And then we're going to teach you how to talk to those people, how to have conversations with them. Because a lot of the time, people get lost in the, hey, how are you doing, to the transition of, well, this is what I'm doing now, and here's Super Patch, And so our goal is to help you learn a little bit of the conversation flow. Carrie's going to speak with us next week. She's excellent when it comes to discovery and talking about those things. So this is going to be a really exciting, like I said, series as we go. But some of it's going to be a little bit of baby steps. So your baby step for the week here, it's not too hard. We want you to sign your code of honor. We want you to take picture and have your declaration on your phone or in your desktop or in front of your face every day. Write it on your mirror if you have to. Okay. But say it out loud like you just did, and say it out loud and mean it. All right. And then, of course, we want you to come back next week with those 15 superstars so we can help you approach those people. Even if you've already tried to make contact, this is a great time to be on next week as we have that discussion. We'll be able to give you some tips and tricks, and you can ask some questions on, well, I said this and they went there. And so we'll work together when it comes to that. And we're just really excited that you're here. Most of all, not most of all, but actually most of all, I'm always excited to hear this man speak. Okay. We're very excited to kick off team training with our very own regional vice president, soon to be MVP, Steve Schultz. And I would love if you just come on, give us some tidbits of knowledge, and we'll let these people go on their way.
Well, first of all, thanks, you guys. I think it's awesome that you're doing this. And I cannot believe that there are 40 of us in the middle of the day that jumped on this, which is phenomenal. That's great. I think the topic that you and Melly chose is the perfect one for the first one, because, listen, it's all about new people. If you look at your organization right now and you've got, a certain amount of people that are in there, that's great. But this little group of people is not going to get you to national vice president. There's a gut punch, isn't it? We have to go get new people. And we've got to figure out how to constantly get new people. And when Melly says, you know, take a look at your contact list, you know, and look at all the names that are in your phone, that is a great place to start, simply because if you took the time to put somebody in your contacts, you know that person and you've got a history with that person. And it's a lot easier to contact the people that are already in your contacts on your phone. Friends on Facebook may be a little bit different because maybe they're just acquaintances and things like that. But what it comes down to is building a relationship. You can't just call these people and say, hey, you want to hear about the super patches? Because that's weird. Normal people don't do that, you guys. You call these people, you reach out to these people, whoever they may be. You know, you're talking about these 15 superstars, and I kind of smiled when I heard that term, because you can't tell the studs from the duds in this business. You know, the people that you think are going to be superstars turn out to be the duds, and the people that you think are going to be the duds sometimes turn out to be the superstars. You never know, and it's not your job to judge. Our job is to get this in front of as many people as we can, and they can decide if they're going to work with us or not. Now, we can set some parameters and things like that, and they've got to be coachable in order for them to deserve our time. But I've got a kind of a theory and kind of a way of life in this business, and that is, if you can fog a mirror, I'm going to talk to you. If you're not dead and you're willing to talk to me, I will talk to you. I will talk to you about this business. And it's kind of fun because we sit back and go, well, yeah, you know, we get to work with the people that we like. I guess that's true, because I guess I don't contact people I don't like, you know, but I will sign up anybody who can fog a mirror. But you have to do it in a way that it's not weird. It's just don't be weird about it. You know, I always say, look for a reason to contact somebody. Like when the advertising went live in New York, I looked at that as a reason to contact people. You know, people that were sitting on the fence. I called them and I sent them the picture of the ad in Times Square. And I wanted them to see that. It gave me a reason to reach out to them. And the ones who reached back to me, then we started a conversation again. And you can do this with you have to do this with every single person that is on your contact list. You can't be weird about it. You have to kind of ease into this thing just a little bit. I've known people that say, you know, I stand on the street corner during my lunch hour and I hand out business cards. I'm like, you're the people they talk about at lunch when they go have lunch with their friends. You are the person they talk about. It's like, don't do that. Build a relationship with somebody. I talk about discovery all the time. You have to discover what's going on in somebody's life. And even though you're writing down all these names from your contacts of your phone, when I look at my contacts, I'm like, I don't even know who that person is. I put them in there for a reason, and sometimes I didn't put a note in there thinking that I was going to remember, and you never remember. So you got to make sure you put notes in there. But
Say what?
yeah, right. So then you put.
But I was on a.
If you can't hear the background noise, you are the background noise. Right? So, but it's so important that you discover what is going on in people's lives, and then you can provide the solution. And I think that's an ongoing project. You know, you're never going to be done with today's lesson. It's not like this is chapter 1 and then you go to chapter 2. No, you continue chapter 1 into chapter 2, into chapter 3. And you never complete the chapters because you're constantly adding people to your contact list. You're constantly trying to build that relationship, and you're constantly trying to get this information in front of them. So I don't want you to be overwhelmed, but I think you should take, you know, time every single day, like Melly just talked about, and that is reaching out to new people every single day. And listen, I've heard people say, well, I reach out to 20 people a day. Well, then you are lying, because that's BS. All right. I'm not going to say the word, but that's BS, because that is tough to do. If you are truly reaching out to 20 people and having conversations with 20 people, you should be sponsoring 50 people a month. And it's like, make realistic goals for yourself. Like you can reach out to 20 people and send them a quick little message, but having that discovery with 20 people a day, it's unrealistic. It's not realistic. So don't sabotage your success and say you're going to do something that you can't actually get done in a 12-hour period or whatever the case may be. So create realistic goals for yourself, but just remember that you're contacting people and creating new contacts will be a task that it's like doing laundry. You're never going to be done with laundry, you guys. The laundry is never completed. And, I'm constantly looking for new people. In fact, this was a great opportunity this week because the gym that I play at my YMCA, the courts are being resurfaced. And so it forced us to go to a different YMCA in a neighboring town. And so my little group of gang members, we went over. There were 4 of us that went over to their courts today, and we took over their gym. And we got to know 3 other guys that I had never met before. And now I didn't mention anything about the super patch. I just played with them. We had a great time. One guy said to me, "What's that patch on your arm?" I didn't say a word about the patch. It was a victory patch right here on my forearm. And he said, "What is that patch on your arm?" And I said, "Come here, let me show it to you." And I walked outside, and we walked outside the court, did the demo, and he's like, "What the heck is this?" And so I'm always looking, just always look for a reason to make a new friend, and like, it doesn't matter where you go. Don't go out and build your business. Just go out and live your business, and good things are going to happen. So I'm going to continue this with you guys. Like I said, this is something that I think we need. It's ongoing, but you're never going to be completed with these tasks. You can master it. You can absolutely master these things, but you're never going to be completed with the tasks that you guys are going to continue to train with. So anyways, that's what I want to share with you guys here today.
Well, thank you, Steve. I'll tell you what, if I had laundry or if I had contacts the way I have laundry, I'd be set for life. So,
Right?
So I really appreciate you saying that. And yes, I love that you just told that story about how you had to kind of inadvertently come out of your comfort zone just a little bit. And then you got to meet 3 new people, and through having genuine conversation, he's a busy guy, you guys, through having genuine conversation and just wearing your patch. That's the key, wearing your patch. People asked you, and you were able to connect with 3 new people, and that was amazing. And you took the opportunity. And part of the reason we're telling you, listen, contacts are key, is because the people you talk to, every person you connect with, no matter if you already know them or there's someone new you're going to meet at a gym, is going to become a contact. They're going to become part of your network, and you have to know how to approach that person and in those situations. And so that's what our goal is here, to open your eyes a little bit. No, hey, let's figure out who are the people we already know, and let's work on getting to know new people. And that's some of the things we're going to help you with. Melly, before we jump off, I think you should tell a little bit of the story of yesterday, how you came out of your comfort zone while you were stuck in traffic. She told me she was so excited, and I want you guys to hear it. Hopefully she's just as excited today about it, because this is something that a year ago Melly wouldn't have done. A year ago she may have done it, but she would have been very uncomfortable doing so. And through practicing over the last year of how to talk to people, how to talk to the people you know and new people, this empowered her. I would agree, Melly, right? This empowered you to get out and do what you did yesterday. So why don't you share with them before we go, share with them that little bit of story.
Yes, I will share, of course. And yeah, you're right. 1 year ago, I didn't act like I did yesterday. And it's all about decisions, Steve and Carrie, and also you. We spoke about a lot in the past months, that you have every day you have to do decisions again and again, and that you go out of your comfort zone. I did a lot in the last months, also giving Zooms in English. Oh my God. Yeah, for me, I'm nervous every time, really. And it's not easy. And also today, a little story, today in the supermarket, there was the Texas Hold'em song. I think 1 year ago, I wouldn't dance in the supermarket. Today, I was dancing in the supermarket. So it's very great. I love it. And yesterday, yeah, I was sitting in the car, and of course, I could be angry and nervous because I cannot drive away and things like that. But I had peace and joy on my arm, and I decided to hear training from a very good German coach. I thought it's a good invest in my time, and after a while, it was too hot. We had 33 degrees in Germany. It was so hot. And I decided to go out because there were a lot of people. Nobody could drive away. So I went to a man and his woman, and I thought about Carrie, and I started to ask questions. Now I know everything about these two guys. I know where they were, where they wanted to go, where they wanted shopping, where the daughter is living, what they did the last evening. And it ended with a stability test, of course, because I saw that they had bikes in their bus. And I thought, you guys are doing a lot of sport. I see your bikes. And they gave me a bottle of water because I had not enough water with me. And I said, I want to make a gift to you also. So, and if I think about it and how great it was, I cannot believe that I did it, because 1 year ago, I was complete another person. So that's my story for you as inspiration. And think about the compliments every day. Start with doing that. It's a great opportunity to learn to talk to people. And if you cannot do it, I also started with little things. It's a little hack for you. If you cannot go to strange people, go there and start with little things like asking for the time, or ask where you can find a street. Do this in a supermarket and ask where you can find the apples. I don't know what you're searching, not the apples, because everybody knows where the apples are. Take something nobody knows where it is to find. Yeah. And if you do this every time, every day, it will be very easy for you to speak with people you don't know.
Practice makes permanent. So continue to do it every single day. I love that, Melly. Thank you guys so much. For me, knowing who Melly was a year ago, you're still as beautiful and amazing as ever, but just knowing how much of your comfort zone you've come out of. A year ago, this was her idea, you guys. A year ago, this is how it works when you plug in every day, okay? Your confidence changes when you're in a community. I'm going to give you 2 minutes of this, all right? When you plug in and you surround yourself with people who want you to do better, when you plug in and you surround with people who dump positivity onto you and just pour value and light and love all over you, you will flourish. And a year ago, I'm telling you now, a year ago, she asked me not to post a Zoom she did, which was absolutely incredible, because she was too nervous. Do you remember, Carrie? She was too nervous because she had to speak in English to us all. And look, and your English has improved over the year. I wish I could say my German has. Sandra said if she could speak a few words in German as well as you do in English would be great. I wish I could say that, but the reality is throughout the year you plugged in, you've aligned yourself with the right people, and you've blossomed through it. And I love that we've been able to see that together. And so with that being said, we're going to open up for 2 minutes of questions or statements or whatever you have to share. And then we're going to let you off it here at 12:45. So Kim, I see your hand up. Go ahead.
Hi. Yeah, this kind of goes inside of speaking to people and not being afraid. My husband had bought a truck that was just a piece of junk. Once I got the title, resold it to a guy, and he had given me his business card. He's actually a therapist, and he's from Honduras. And me speaking some Spanish, I'm not anywhere near. I get nervous about speaking Spanish sometimes just because it's not fluent. but I didn't realize when we were talking and he handed me his business card for his number, and it was after the fact. I'm like going, wait a second. This guy's a therapist. This would be a perfect opportunity. So the next time he came to check out the truck again, I was like going, dude, you know what? I've got something really, really amazing that would go great and coincide with what you do. Because he also does rehab group therapy sessions as well. So he does pretty much 7 days a week, almost morning and evening. So it's trying to get him on an opportunity Zoom is like rare. So I'm
So
gonna
did you
have
set
to
up the
probably
time to
send
meet with
him.
him? Oh, she cut out. I'm so sorry, Kim. I didn't realize you were talking. It froze. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. It it's okay. But he's got Saturday off. I'm gonna kind of try to communicate, but the whole matter of the fact of this, don't be afraid to talk to people. Have that normal conversation like you guys have said. Just get out there, start talking, start having the conversation because you never know where it might lead because of this. I've got that opportunity with this gentleman.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. I didn't mean to interrupt you. That's so amazing. Way to go, Kim. I'm proud of you. Way to push through. So, Dana, I see your hand up. We'll go 1 minute here and then we're going to jump off for the day. Go ahead, Dana.
I just was wondering, is this going to be like a 30 minutes to 60 minutes trainings? Okay.
Yeah, it'll never go over an hour.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yep. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. So it'll never go over an hour. Some might be shorter and we'll let you go. Others might take that whole hour. Just kind of depends on what we have to touch base on. The one thing we don't want to do is try to talk about 5 different topics all in the same day or overwhelm you with too much information or keep you on just to keep you on for an hour. So if it's a half hour worth of lesson, then we're going to go with it, answer questions, say what we need to and move on about our day. But yes, definitely. I saw there was a comment in the or a question in here. And yes, there will be a recording available. We'll let you know when those are posted. We will also post them in the guides section of Miracle Workers. Miss Carrie Helms. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, thank you for including everyone in this. You could easily just keep it to your downline, to your people that you're enrolling and so on and so forth. But you guys, that's what makes you all incredible leaders. Melly, thank you for putting your time into it. Krystle, thank you for doing all of this. You guys are fantastic and did a great job today. But I want everyone to just appreciate whenever we put something in Miracle Workers, there are people from all over Steve's downline, not for my personal, for the entire leg. We have built that Facebook page. And when he stepped into that position as an associate, we said, hey, let's open this up to all of your people. So the fact that you guys do that and you put in the effort to people that benefit you none at all, it's going to benefit you in the long run, right? You're going to get that crown in heaven one day. So thank y'all so much.
Thanks, guys. With that being said, unless Melly has something to share, I hope you guys have an amazing day. We do. We hope you have a great day. Come back next Wednesday with your 15 superstars ready to figure out how we're going to contact them with your questions and be ready to do some discovery. And yeah, it's just going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, oh my gosh, my tongue is starting to twist. I'm so sorry. Like I mentioned, we will put up a post in Miracle Workers group with the actual code of honor. We want you to sign and post back on there. Dedicate yourself. Say you're going to do it. And then, of course, you know, have all those things ready and just go and make today count. It's halfway through your day for most of us, or go sleep if you're in Europe, but it's halfway through the day for anyone in US. So I expect that you're going to get out there and put some of this to action today. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.
Have a great evening, and the European think about the opportunity Zoom at 8 o'clock. Bye.